It's about 6:30 in the morning right now. Good morning from Bosnia. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning right now. We're gonna get some coffee, get some breakfast, just some eggs. But I want to show you around the first floor of my house right here. We got a little front yard up here, as well as this over here. The house has 3 floors right now. I'm still trying to wake up, but hectic day yesterday. This is the first floor in here. This is my mom on her computer. So this actually used to be a store, and it closed. It was a store for quite a few years. It closed down, so now this is just a kitchen. And a big kitchen for all of us, especially right now. There's about 20 of us inside the house. So this right here is just a little back room that we have. So when this was a store, this was the kind of the inventory room, whatever. That window has bars on it, but and then in here, this is actually the boiler room that keeps. So this house is 3 floors. Hopefully you can see something. And this is the boiler that runs. It gets very cold here during the winters, so you definitely need boilers like this to send heat up through the whole house and through all the radiators. So this is a very big, old pahuja for cooking different jams and stuff like that. Anyways, this is let me show you the garage over here. This is currently the garage, 1 car parked inside. Got a bunch of equipment and stuff. This is a crazy story from the war. I guess I'll keep these stories maybe on a different video, but in this garage right here. So during the war, koje godine je to bilo? Otprilike.
98.
So around 1998, my mom was in this room.
97.
1997. Okay, so 1997, around 1997, my mom was in this room right here. This was, at that time, this room looked completely different, but she was in this room, and the opposing army forces, they were outside. This garage had a wooden door on it, and that was all closed, and they were outside, and they actually shot with their weapons. They shot up the garage, looking for people in the back as she was hiding here. They shot up the garage, they shot up everything, and she was okay. She was in here. A bullet did not hit her. There was, bullet casings everywhere, but she survived. So that's a really crazy story from the war that happened here in this garage. So all right, so I'm gonna have my morning Bosnian coffee right here. It has to be very dark, very Turkish. You got the milk, which this is store-bought Bosnian milk, but we actually use a lot of just fresh milk from the cows. As we have, his brother here has 4 cows right now, so a lot of the milk. Sometimes we buy fresh milk because they miss it or whatever, but or store-bought milk. But we use a lot of the just fresh milk from underneath the freaking cow. There was a fly in that, so I'm just gonna do it this way. Let's continue the tour outside here. So this is the side. This right here, this is an outside toilet. These are very popular here in Bosnia, but they usually just have a hole on the ground. This one is actually an advanced one that has a whole toilet and everything. It's pretty rare on the outside. Of course, these are normal bathrooms for inside. We're not fucking savages, but outside the bathrooms are usually just a hole down there, so it's just water. But anyways, this is the side of the house right here. These stairs go up to the second floor. Nisam sad, došao sam juče. Alejkum salam, kako je?
Hvala mu, dobro.
Dobro.
Došao, kaže, prije dan, dva, jel?
Ja, došao juče. Došao juče.
Nek došao i ti malo. Gdje ti je sestra?
Sestra je u Čeliću.
U Čeliću.
Došla malo. Da, i ona je došla, i ona je tu.
Je on udata, je u Čeliću?
Nije u Čeliću.
Ja, nakon malo ušla u Čeliću, ja.
Maja.
Neka, ona je tu dala prije tebe.
Maja, prije dugo godina. Ima ona jedno dijete, ja ona se dala prije dugo godina.
Ali neki dala je bio.
Normalno.
Može, momčini. Jesi se ženio?
Jesam, došao sam sa ženom, odoše.
Je li ona plava kosa?
Nije, a crnka, ima crnu kosu, manja.
Na ti plav.
Ja.
Neke.
Da.
You know the vibes.
Okay, you guys.
Setting up some coffee right now. Drinking coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Morning coffee time.
With this breeze and with this view right here, it's just amazing. Let me show you the view a little better. So we got a bunch of greenery, a bunch of roses here. We got our town mosque, which is right here. This was actually put up recently. Now, so I'm driving down this very, very steep road from Gajevi, my hometown, to Čelić. We're gonna go out, we're having dinner right now. But this road is one of the steepest roads that you're gonna actually see. And there's people that drive trucks through here, huge vehicles, and it's two ways. So basically, sometimes when there's a big vehicle, you have to stop, slowly try to get it on the other side. As Stephanie hits my camera on the
Did you need to say steep or narrow?
Very, very narrow and steep. There's going to be parts on here that are going to be narrow and steep. But, you know, there's times when you're going to have to try to pull all the way over to the canals to let another car
Brown
pass
people in
by.
the back.
So,
You know the vibes.
You're still better here.
so in this small town, a lot of war raged on. This house was destroyed. It was way smaller before. Many houses here were put to the torch, were burned, were demolished. As this little town is basically on the border almost with Serbia, as you saw yesterday when we came from over there. So Belgrade is in kind of that direction, and that's where we flew into and came over here. But this area was destroyed right at the start of the war, so the opposing army forces can use these hills and this high terrain to shoot projectiles and missiles down into the valley, where down here we have Čelić, we have Brčko, we have a bunch of smaller towns that they assaulted from these locations right here. So later on I'm going to show you where a tank was stationed in our ranch, basically, from the opposing army forces. So this is the road that I actually went to walk to school every day and back. Like, this is the road that I would take. And as you can see here at night, there's no lights. There's no lights here, so it's pitch black at night. And there's many times where I walked back home not seeing anything until I actually got home. So I would walk for 30 minutes and you couldn't see nothing. Even when your eyes actually acclimate to the darkness, you still can't see shit. Dobro jutro.
O, dobro jutro, omladinu.
Kako je?
Jesi se naspavao i odmorio?
Jesam, boga mi, jesam. This is the little second floor balcony right here. Not the safest, but nice view. When we're gonna make it now down to Bare. This is a little small area town before Čelić, and Bare, they were right there where it was
the front lines of the Bosnian and Serbian conflict in this area. My dad was in this town, but at the front lines during the war. This area also in this area has one of the biggest mines. All the mines were planted around the bridges here and around everything. So here, when you drive, you always have to have your lights on. Even in the daytime, your lights always have to be on. So he was telling me to turn on the lights because the cops will pull you over and fine you if you don't have your lights on in the middle of the day. That's how it works.
Why?
That's the law. So anyways, right here, there's a huge barricade right in this section during the war. Right here, this was filled with mines. To the left of me, this area, there's a huge bunker and trench with the UN soldiers right here. And there's a huge machine gun nest right there that was set up. All of this was under heavy fighting, heavy artillery. This was the where the Serbians got up to, and they never made it into Challenge though, from the Bosnian resistance right here. The bridge right here, this is what I used to cross this bridge every day to get to school. And this bridge was full of mines. We would actually cross over the mines not knowing that there was actually mines here in order to cross into this town right here. And after crossing this bridge for many years, for like 3-4 years, the bomb squad showed up one day and they started clearing out the mines, and everybody was in shock because we didn't know there was mines there. We were basically, you know, walking through that to school as little kids every single day for 3 to 4 years.